Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 17 carries, 54 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Phillip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
The pass. Complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone.
The Ravens.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise Brown. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10. At their own.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Ravens.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Broncos 7, Ravens 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His kick is no good.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Play action. It's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught inside the 5.
Jackson.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But now it...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The kickoff for Denver.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And his kick is right through. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Recovered by the offense.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, and it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game, and this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 19-13 was the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that'll carry over. Line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Caught left side, Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And
he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
On the carry for Baltimore. Randy Gregory on the stop.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 21.
keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
It's a gain of 6. And the
now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Out quickly to Judy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone
on 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, you probably just want to put this one behind them. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Broncos.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And he's got this down to the 35.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move.